Well, it's a Top Gun movie, so right out of the gate, it's great. But I have an issue with the name of the movie, which is very misleading in that I thought, oh, good, they're combining the Maverick franchise, James Garner, with the Top Gun franchise. But it's also a weird way to do that because if you did something like where you combined Gone with the Wind and The Empire Strikes Back, and then you call the movie Gone with the Wind, The Empire Strikes Back, it's just a terrible, clunky title. So I think they missed an opportunity here. I think Top Gun 2 would be a better name for this movie. There's really, after watching it, there's really no connection to the James Garner Maverick movie at all. So it's just kind of misleading, and you got to wonder, when you have a prestige franchise like this, why bog it down in lawsuits and controversy and get the James Garner estate mad at you and the Maverick people? And so I would give it 5 bags of popcorn, but I would also throw in, I guess, like a little rubber hand with one finger up, kind of like a wagging the finger, like, don't do that, guys. That would be.
Well, Maverick is just a word you could use. I don't think it's related to.
Well, Jaws is just a word too. But if you call a movie Jaws, what do you think people are going to expect? They're going to expect Richard Dreyfuss, Steven Spielberg, a shark, for instance. So that's pretty stupid to say Maverick is just. Decker is just a word. What would you do if
Decker's not just a word?
What if they called the movie Top Gun Decker? What would you do then?
I'd be honored, first of all, but second of all, that's a specific name. That's not. You wouldn't say Decker.
But would you be honored if it was Top Gun Decker starring Daniel Craig and not you?
I would be honored.
Well, I don't think you would be, because I know you pretty well, and you'd be pretty mad.
Speaking of
heady sort of person.
Speaking of a deck of cards, King Richard is the next film we're here to discuss. King Richard, directed by Zach Baleen, starring Will Smith, John Bernthal, and Dylan McDermott. A look at how Venus and Serena Williams became. Oh, okay. How they are after coaching from their father, Richard Williams. This is not about a king.
King Richard, no.
It's not about...
or even about like Richard Burton or one of these actors that played lots of kings, like Henry VIII and stuff like that, or Richard Burton.
I like this movie a lot. I'm going to give it 5 bags of popcorn and a little cup of... 1 bag of popcorn on top. So 6 bags of popcorn for me. What were your thoughts?
Yeah, it kind of gets in the way a little bit of what we're trying to do with Deck of Cards, a little misleading. There's no king in this movie, whether it's King Henry VIII, or, the King of Clubs or King of Hearts, played by Joe Estevez in our movie. But as a tennis movie, it's pretty cool, I'd prefer that they keep sports sort of as a thing for TV and not bring them into the movies, because people tend to watch sports on TV.
You wouldn't go. You don't think Chariots of Fire deserved all the attention it got in the Oscars?
I mean, that's a great movie, but I just think that's a different kind of sport. It's not like tennis, football, baseball. That's television stuff. Movies, you're kind of looking for something more like Star Wars or Star Trek, something that kind of takes you out of your ordinary world of watching tennis on TV. So I think it's still pretty good. I'm going to give it 5 bags of popcorn and one of those cans of tennis balls that you get, where there's like 4 tennis balls.
All right.